What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Quinn Wade, Quinn the Turner, coming to you with a quick NBA talk on my guy Wesley Matthews. I made a video about him earlier. He a free agent, 3 and D. He can post up, knock down the mid-range, knock down free throws, and attack the basket. But this is one of the biggest reasons why I said the Aaron Aflalo trade was huge. Is because Nicholas Batum got injured earlier in the season, and they didn't really have nobody to replace him. Now they got Aaron Aflalo to replace him or Wesley Matthews. Now Aaron Aflalo is gonna have to come off the. He ain't gonna be on the bench. So now they bench gets a little weaker because they don't have Aaron Aflalo on the bench, who's been playing very good. He knocking down the three ball, knocking down the mid. He posting up, scoring in the post, scoring from the mid-range pull-up. He just been playing real well. Like, that was a real good pickup because they really didn't give up anything for Aaron Aflalo. And now it's going to play real value here. So I'm thinking CJ McCollum going to have to step up a lot, which he's capable of. I'm a fan of CJ McCollum. He got a nice little in-between game, nice little dribble pull-up, nice little knockdown three every now and then. But he just going to have to step up big time because Wesley Matthews, I think he was playing around 38 minutes, giving them almost 17, almost 40% from three, almost 80, close to 80% from the free throw line, and his floor spacing and his ability to have Aaron Aflalo come off the bench really gonna hurt this team and their chances of winning a championship. And another thing about Portland, they just really been struggling. They lost 13 to 19. They won two in a row. They almost lost to the Clippers without Matt Barnes, Jamal Crawford, and Blake Griffin. They barely squeaked by because Chris Paul missed it rolled out the rim. Unless they would have lost that game. Then they destroyed Dallas today, but they really been struggling. They live by the jump shot. They die by the jump shot, and it's really been even this game I watched in Dallas, it's really hard to watch Portland because once they jump shot not falling, they just keep shooting them until they go in. So in a playoff series where they gonna take away Damian Lillard and they fast breaks, they gonna have to slow down and execute. I think Portland, Terry Stotts, as I seen in the Clipper game, for example, he can find some weakness in the defense and keep exploiting it. Whether it's putting a Flalo in the post, putting some high roll, pick and roll, or some post up Marcus Aldridge, or just put Nicholas Batum as the primary ball handler. They got so many weapons and so many versatile players on this team that it's going to be hard to guard this team. And since everybody on the team can shoot, including Rodman Lopez, it opens up the floor spacing, and they all good free throw shooters too. So it's going to be hard to guard this team, but they rely just too much on the jump shot. And now without one of their best shooters, they best 3-point shooter, that's true. They best 3-point shooter and a two-way player, an offensive defensive player, it's gonna be a tough one. People ain't gonna realize how valuable Wesley Matthews is. That's why I made that video about him. He's very, very valuable to the Portland Trailblazers, and this is gonna really hurt their chances of getting out the second round. Right now, they're the third team in the Western Conference. They got to pay the Dallas Mavericks, who they just beat, but the Dallas Mavericks have Chandler Parsons. But I don't know. I think Portland's chances of winning the championship has decreased. I didn't think they was going to win the championship this year anyway. I didn't really even think they was contenders, to be honest. They the third team in the West, but that's because of a lot of trades and a lot of injuries, like OKC. Rondo got injured and they got to fit him in the offense. Blake Griffin, because the Clippers were the third seed, got injured. Then Jamal Crawford. Then you got Dwight Howard in Houston got injured, and they was the third seed. Then Zach Randolph made a couple injuries, but they still held on to the second seed. So it has been a whole lot of injuries and a lot of players getting used to playing with each other. And Portland been together so long and grew as a group, so they held on to that third spot. But they fell from it. If they lost today, they would have fell from third to fifth. So we don't even know. It's still 20 games left. So Portland can go from third to sixth easily, or they can hold on to the third seed. But the thing about the Western Conference, they're going to probably have to play the Clippers, or they're going to probably have to play Dallas. And I don't really like Portland in either of them matchups because I like LaMarcus Aldridge, but Damian Lillard, he's just too streaky and he relies too much on the 3-point shot instead of getting to the paint he just relied too much on the jump shot. Same with Nicholas Batum. He can be more versatile if he didn't always settle for jump shots all the damn time. Because he's athletic, he's quick, and he's mobile. He should be able to beat people off the defense, dunk, get some layups, get some fouls. But instead, he just keeps throwing up threes and mid-range jump shots. And like I said, with Golden State, for example, when you live by the jump shot, and say if you go against a team like Memphis, they getting close, easy buckets the whole game while you shooting long shots, and your shots not falling. Then they can get away. They get the long rebounds and get some fast breaks. Then you screwed. Same with Golden State. They shoot so many jump shots. I seen them struggle against the Celtics game. I seen them struggle against Atlanta. It is that when you in Atlanta Hawks, I seen them struggle against Houston and stuff. Because when you rely so much on a jump shot, that's the hardest shot in the game to make consistently. And once you're going against a team that can execute like the Spurs, Memphis, Golden State at sometimes, Atlanta can execute sometimes, Cleveland can exploit and execute. You rely on a jump shot when it's not falling. They're going to get the fast breaks. They're going to get them extra possessions. And you basically risking yourself losing quicker because you ain't getting no easy baskets unless you shooting wide open jump shots. But they don't really get no easy baskets in Portland. And that's going to be a problem. Even LaMarcus Aldridge, when I watched him play this whole year, he takes a lot of tough fadeaways, step back jumpers the whole game. And that's going to really hurt this team in the playoffs when you got to grind out and you don't get as much fast break points and you get fatigued because LaMarcus Aldridge and them going to have to play a lot of minutes. They traded Thomas Robertson and stuff, and then they lost Wesley Matthews. So a lot of their bench players ain't going to play. They're going to get a lot of minutes. So like you seen in the San Antonio series, and you seen LaMarcus Aldridge tear up in Houston, and next you know he came back to earth in that Houston series, and he started breaking a lot of shots. You get fatigued for playing 38 to 40 minutes a game, and you shooting jump shots require a lot of lift and legs, and then you got to play defense. It's going to hurt this Portland team shooting all these jump shots and having trouble that be consistent on the offensive end, and they still got to play defense for 24 seconds. It's going to be hard to see Portland actually being a contender. And when we're going to have to see what's going to happen to Wesley Matthews. Can he recover from this torn Achilles and get him a good deal? Or is Portland going to give him a cheap deal? Or are they just going to let Wesley Matthews go and find another shooting guard in the free agency? But it's going to be hard to find one like Wesley Matthews. So we're going to have to see what happens with Wesley Matthews too. Because he got to recover from his Achilles and see how he come back as a player. Because he can never be the same after this injury. It could be a career-ending injury. Same with Brandon Jennings. So I don't think Portland is going to make it to past the second round, right? At this point, I didn't think they was going to make it past the second round anyway, but I just don't see Portland getting out of the second round with this injury. And like I said, they started to have to play heavy minutes before the playoffs and in the playoffs. And fatigue is going to really kill his team in a 7-game series. So we're going to have to see what they're going to do. Let me know what you guys think about this injury. Do you think they still contenders? Do you think they still can make it? Do you still think they can win? Let me know in the comment section below. I got a lot of Portland fans on my channel. So let me know what you guys think about this injury. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. And feel free to check out my other videos. Like this video, like my other video, subscribe. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.